So a question that I got on Instagram about cardiovascular and building cardiovascular fitness for jiu-jitsu. And I would say, obviously that this is the question that most commonly is answered by, if you want to get better at doing jiu-jitsu, train jiu-jitsu, do more rolls, do more drilling. So yeah, that's kind of where my mindset is. If I want to particularly improve my cardiovascular fitness for jiu-jitsu, I'm going to do more drilling or more rolling. So I'm going to roll at a higher pace and try to keep that pace up, for longer rounds. I'm going to try to do more rounds of that specific type of training. But yeah, the other thing is you can't always get to the gym. Getting to the gym for me right now is I'm a busy guy. I've got a business and kids and some other stuff that I'm doing. So it's kind of hard to get to the gym all the time. So an option would be drilling independently at home. So solo drilling for time or reps, actually combining the two. So like I would use a heavy bag and lay the heavy bag down and do guard passing drills, things like that, movement drills, and I would do those for time, and I try to knock out as many reps as possible in the allotted time frame. So that's one thing that I like to do, and the advantage of that for cardiovascular fitness is you're doing specific activities and tasks to jiu-jitsu, so you're building that muscle memory and you're building efficiency and also building timing, and you can also work on explosiveness in that aspect. So that's the advantage of that. And the cardiovascular type of fitness you're going to do is going to be dependent also on where you are at in achieving your goal. Like say your goal is to attend or compete in a tournament and you're close to that tournament time, then you need to be doing specific drilling, working on your game plan, and rolling in a way that you're going to roll at the tournament. So if it's 5-minute rounds for submission or whatever it is, do 5-minute rounds, maybe even do 5.5 or 6 minute, just to know you got a little extra left in the tank that you go even a little longer if you had to. Do it specific to the rule set. If it's a 10-minute round, then you need to train hard for 10-minute rounds specifically, to gear it towards what you're wanting to do, what you want to accomplish. Now, if you're further out away from a tournament or competition, you can do other things. And also, if you can't get to the gym, look at other things. For me personally, running has been something that I've done, to build kind of a cardiovascular base and then improve upon that. So I'll do even longer runs. I don't really do longer than about 2 miles just because I don't feel like it's as specific to jiu-jitsu, but it will build a base for me. And then I'll work towards sprint work or interval work. So I'll work on rounds of maybe 5 minutes of 30-second sprints with a 30-second active rest, so lower paced run. I'll do that, and I'll do that for 5 minutes. Once that's up, I may rest and I'll do that again, or I'll try something else. Another piece of equipment I really like is the Airdyne. I'll do the same thing. I'll do interval sprint work on the Airdyne, and also adjust that accordingly. So if you're maybe not in the best shape, start with a 15-second sprint and a 45-second rest, and then eventually, increase your sprint time and decrease your rest time, 30-30, or you can do 30-minute or 30-second sprint, 30-minute sprint, yeah, it'd be tough, 30-second sprint, and then 15-second rest. That way, doing that and then increasing your sprint time, like I said. So those are all options, but I think, if you're trying to specifically train for jiu-jitsu and you have something close coming up, do jiu-jitsu, do rolls, and techniques that are specific to that. And then if you're a little further out, or you're just kind of starting out and you can't get to the gym as often, build your base outside of the gym. And I guarantee you, if you do a run for like 2 miles and you do that consistently a couple times a week, that will really help as well. So those are the options. Number one priority, number one thing that I would do is roll, train, and then number 2 is drilling. Drill by yourself, solo drills, movement drills, do those for time. And then, further out, you're gonna look at doing just a longer distance run just to build up your cardio base, and then doing intervals or sprint work as well. So those are kind of the steps I go through. Obviously, drilling and rolling is ideal because you're building that muscle memory and that specific timing and efficiency in those muscles and those movements, which is very, very important for jiu-jitsu, guys. So that's it. That's all I got, and I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another video.